Hi there, welcome to my channel. So if you clicked on this video, it's because you're curious to know a bit more about me. I did previously film a get to know me video on my channel, so I'll make sure to link that below. But yeah, today I just decided I would do something a bit more random and share some weird, unusual, probably some normal facts about me. So if you would like to get to know me even better, just keep watching. I speak 5 languages. I'm fluent in English and French. I also studied Spanish for 5 years, so I can understand a lot, although I became a bit more rusty when it comes to speaking it. And I can also understand Polish and Slovenian pretty well, although again, I'm not the best when it comes to speaking. My body doesn't handle cold very well. I live in Canada, and wintertime it can get up to minus 40 degrees Celsius. So I get cold-induced asthma, so I have to take pumps to help relieve my dry cough. I cannot stand the texture of corduroy or velvet. I don't know, something about it just makes me shiver every time I touch it. I can rotate both of my hands 360 degrees on a flat surface. If a guy can play the guitar and sing, I just find that really attractive. Speaking of instruments, I used to play the violin and I'm just not musically inclined, so I gave that up pretty quickly. I also used to figure skate when I was a kid, and again, sports are not something I really excel at, so I gave that up after a few years as well because honestly I wasn't that good. I used to be very organized. I would write everything in my agenda, keep lists, write deadlines, etc. But I don't know what happened in recent years. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of person. I am an introvert to the core. I really enjoy staying home and in my little bubble, and if I'm outside and I'm surrounded by a lot of people for too long, I just become extremely drained of energy. I have an extreme fear of public speaking, and I mean, it's pretty bad. I would do oral presentations, but I would always be super nervous. And one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was to help me practice speaking even just to myself. And still, I don't think it's exactly the same. Like, if you ask me to go speak in front of 100 people now, I would probably have a heart attack, and it probably stems from the fact that I've always been a pretty shy person. So yeah, I just wish one day I could wake up and not have this fear anymore, but unfortunately I highly doubt it. I have been vegan for almost 2 years now. I used to be a huge TV junkie, but I rarely watch TV now. I mostly stick to YouTube. I despise scary movies. I went to see one once in the theaters and I nearly had a heart attack, and that's probably why Halloween is my least favorite celebration. Speaking of other things I do not like, I hate needles. I used to be pretty good with them, like I could even look when the nurse would inject it, but now I can't even stare, and I already passed out from getting my blood drawn, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Along with being an introvert and a shy person, I also have social anxiety, so I do get socially anxious in a given situation, and it's something I've been working on, and I try to force myself to go to events and things like that, but it always is really hard for me, but I try not to let it define me as much anymore. I have really bad memory. Honestly, sometimes I wonder how I made it through school, because I could honestly like study something and then 2 days later not remember anything, which is probably why I would cram all the information like the night before, because it would literally just go in and out. I used to not be much of a fan of country music, but it's become my #1 genre to listen to. I am literally obsessed with country music. I have never worked out at a gym. I just prefer working out from home. I can save my money and still get a good sweat on. I hate being the center of attention, which is why I do not like celebrating my birthday. I do not mind at all going to my friends' birthdays, but when it's my own, I don't know, I feel like I don't deserve all that attention. I used to be a morning person, but university changed that for me and I am now a night owl. I absolutely love driving. As soon as I hit 16, I got my driver's license. It's something that just came naturally to me, and I just really enjoy being on the road. I have never drank a coffee. I do not like the taste, but on the other hand, I find that coffee smells really good. I have never skied or snowboarded. I really do not enjoy painting my nails. I just don't have the patience to sit there and wait for the coats to dry, and I usually end up smudging my nails before they're completely dry, so I only do it for special occasions. And here's proof, I don't have my nails painted right now. I hate talking on the phone, and I know I'm not the only one. I don't know why, but I just find it so bizarre. So I'm much more of a texter and email kind of person, and I often get yelled at home for not picking up the phone. I could seriously live off of potatoes, oatmeal, and watermelon for the rest of my life. I do not wear high heels. I am pretty tall, so I just find myself to be really wobbly when walking in anything higher than like an inch. So instead of looking like a newborn giraffe, I avoid it and just don't embarrass myself. I lack leadership because I am not an assertive person at all, so I hate bossing people around. I love extreme weather, so if we're in the middle of a heat wave or a blizzard, you will see me super excited and basically jumping up and down. Summertime, I am unable to fall asleep unless my feet are sticking out of my bed sheets. I never shower in the morning. I just prefer showering at night because you go to bed clean and you wake up and you have your whole day ahead of you. I have been featured in a YouTube ad, so if you're curious to see what it was about, I'll leave it linked below. I am not attached to my hair at all. I've already chopped my hair off up to here and donated my hair without even regretting it. I hate hospitals and funeral homes. I've just been to too many of them in my childhood and they just make me extremely sad. I have never smoked and cannot stand the smell of cigarettes. If I have to pass someone who's smoking, I will literally hold my breath. I used to be a huge bookworm, but university just killed it for me because I couldn't read out of pleasure but was forced to read some really boring texts. So I'm still trying to get back to it, but unfortunately it's still really hard for me. I get really terrified when a bird flies really close to me. We used to have a budgie, and every time we would let it out to fly, I would just lock myself in my room. If I don't have to go anywhere, I will most likely be dressed in my PJs all day long. Back when I was in school, almost all of my French and English teachers said I had a talent for writing, which is one of the many reasons that I started blogging. I dream of publishing a book one day. I am not a touchy-feely kind of person. I can't explain why. My sister isn't either, so maybe it runs in the family, I'm not too sure. I have always lived in the city, but would love to one day live in the country or in the mountains. I am a really tall person, so I'm 5'8", and back in high school when I had my growth spurt, I really hated my height because I was taller than all the boys in my classes. I always excelled at school, but I didn't really enjoy going to school, probably because of my social anxiety. And whenever summer would be over and it would be the first day of school, I would just feel so sad. I avoid drama like the plague. I wanted braces and glasses so badly as a child. I didn't even need them, I have perfect vision and my smile isn't all too bad, but my sister got both and I remember thinking it was so not fair. I cannot talk for very long. I just get out of breath really easily and my voice will start to shake. I am the happiest when it's summer. I just discovered recently that I was born on the exact same day and year as Charlie XCX. So if you're curious to know my birthday, you can Google it. I wish I could sing, but I'm really horrible at it, again, because my vocal cords and lungs are not very strong. Growing up, I wanted to be a dentist, a 3rd grade teacher, and a meteorologist, in that order. My eye color used to change with the seasons. So in spring and summer, my eyes would be green, and in fall and winter, they would turn to brown. And then one year, they just stopped changing and they have remained green ever since. As a kid, I had this blanket that I would carry everywhere with me, and I was so deeply attached to it that my mom had to lie to me and tell me that it got destroyed in the washing machine, and I cried for days and had serious separation anxiety. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I had so much fun filming it, and who knows, I might just film another one in the future. So give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more videos on my channel. And you can follow me on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I really got into Snapchat recently, so you can follow me there as well. So I'll have everything in the down bar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!